So, Mike, thank you so much for coming on to Startup Steroid today. I'm really looking forward to learning more about your company and health and fitness. And I think you're sort of targeting a really interesting price point. So, a lot of very interesting things about your business. So, I'm hoping to learn all about that today. But before we get into what you're doing today, tell us a little bit about yourself, about your background.
Yeah, thanks. I'm a mechanical engineer by background, but I've been in technology for decades. So I've been involved with motion capture technology, working with large companies like Nike and Under Armour and Boeing and all kinds of places in Hollywood, from Disney to James Cameron, and working on technology. So motion capture has given me experience to take that and use it for sports and biomechanics as well as for fitness. So that was basically the ground shoes for doing that. And then along the years, I've started a company and raised capital and did a bunch of other things that involved technology, software, developing apps, virtual reality, augmented reality, as well as marketless tracking and other things. So those got me some great experience to say, hey, how can I take this and take something only the experts or the top of the pyramid are using and the biggest companies around the world, and how can I bring this to the consumer or to the person that can use it, and bring excitement and bring technology to the masses at a low cost instead of having to spend thousands or hundreds of thousands on the high-end motion capture. So that's kind of what I'm now doing, and now we've launched a company that will be bringing consumer fitness products to the masses, but also bringing technology with an app as well as motion capture and other technology to it. So it's exciting time bringing technology, and things have evolved over the years, and we're ready to bring it to the masses.
Awesome. I love your background in two ways: technology, and obviously working with Hollywood A-listers is fantastic. But second, it sounds like you've always been focused on pushing those price points down, right? So when the new technology comes in, new innovations come in, they're super expensive, can only be used by the James Camerons of the world. But you've sort of always tried to push those price points down. Tell me a little bit about that mindset. Why do you think that's necessary?
Yeah, great. It's a good point, because at the top of the pyramid, there's only so many people that could afford the high-end stuff, but the people want to use that technology, whether it's the magic of a green screen or virtual reality software, or just using technology like manufacturing to do injection molding to do that. So those are ways that we can scale, and creating an app that you get in the hands of more people. So in our case, instead of building the most expensive gym product or fitness product that'll be thousands of dollars, we said, hey, let's take that and do it for under $100 so that the masses could have access to it. And let's not charge $50 to $100 for a membership. It'll be under $10. And then let's bring technology to that normally could be setting up cameras and bringing technology. Now we can do it with just the little cameras on your phone, and then use that marketless tracking from the app solution. So that's the great thing, is that there's so many people that need help with health and wellness and fitness, and that we said, let's not only limit it to the people that are very wealthy or the top labs or top groups, companies. Now we said, hey, let's bring this to the masses and do it for cost effectively, but do it to help more people to around the world.
Perfect. Tell me about the company. What was the initial idea behind starting this new venture? And what were you trying to achieve? I understand the price point, but again, it seems like health and fitness was a focus, creating physical product as well as technology was a focus. So what were you trying to achieve?
Well, the interesting thing, my partner, Matt Hovind, and we've been involved with selling at-home fitness products for over 20 years. So we're not your typical startup. We have many, many years experience and have successfully launched over 5 products on direct response TV to retail, and have sold a whole bunch. So when him and I met about 5 or 6 years ago, he said, hey, I was validating some of his fitness products that were used with motion capture. And at the time I was running another company, and I said, hey, this is an area where we can work together and bring technology and bring fitness products and create an app. So that's kind of what we did. We say, hey, we have a library and a collection of patented fitness products that are coming. We're adding the super app, and then bringing the actual excitement of bringing the green screen adventure videos to the workout. And instead of just someone sitting there doing a boring workout, doing burpees and pull-ups or riding a bike in front of someone, in a spin class. Ours are going to be adventure videos with green screen technology. Every video or every workout will be different, and we're going to bring the magic of that, plus adding the app, and then cost-effective under $100 fitness products to start. So that's how FUZELO was born, and then we said, hey, FUZELO is basically the fusion between yoga and Pilates, which yoga and Pilates, there's over 2 billion users around the world. And we brought the two together and say, we're going to bring technology, yoga, Pilates, and many other activities and strengthening together to help out people in a cost-effective way.
Got it. So FUZELO is the company that you're working on now.
Yes.
So tell me about the progression. What were sort of the key milestones early on that you were aiming for and you've achieved?
So we started out right in the fall, right before COVID hit. And the good news is we had a lot of stuff done from previously work with the founder and myself. So we had a lot of the stuff in place. But then, because of what's happened, with telefitness and things having, kind of freezing up during the shutdown, that we kept working. We never stopped. We worked 18-hour days around the clock because we knew that now was more important than ever, because building someone's immunity and having a good fitness level has been around and for decades, but not too many people have access to it. So we basically came out and said, let's look at, finishing up, and kept finishing up what we needed to do with our fitness products, development of our app, kind of doing some testing of our videos and prototyping of our other products, finishing up engineering. And that was done. Even during that time frame, we noticed that there was an issue with some of the masks that were out there. So during that time, we also created and patented a new mask, the Smart Mask Conversion Kit, that converts any one of your masks from a surgical to a cloth or other mask into a more effective with a tight seal around it. So we've kind of did that, and then we're basically 95% of the way through our launch. So we're ready to go now, and that will allow us to launch our products this year and into next year.
Absolutely. So let's take 2 more minutes and just talk about the mask product, because I saw pictures in your pitch deck, and for any investors who are interested in this product, log into Startup Steroid. You'll be able to see the pitch deck with all the photos and everything. But I want to focus on that a little bit more. The product is really interesting. It takes the regular fabric mask, the blue mask that we all wear, and it sort of creates a cup around it so that there is a seal instead of air going through the sides of your face and top of the nostrils and things like that. How did you guys envision this product, and how did it come around?
Good question. So again, it wound up being that you were stuck in new times. Masks have been around for 2,000 years, and people have been using it mainly in areas for pollution, for doctors using it in operating rooms, and then some people using it for like working out in the garage or painting and other stuff. We said, no, now everyone's been told to wear a mask, and they're just a flimsy piece of
Right.
fabric that maybe has some errors. So we said, hey, how can we make that better and make it a better seal? So again, we've been involved with injection molding and plastics and 3D printing for decades. So we said, hey, we can do some plastic framework. It literally started out with a coffee cup, a sock, a coffee cup and a sock, and we kind of did some prototyping and said, wait a minute, it's easier to breathe. It's all about the seal around your face, because I wear glasses and I couldn't read or see when I was trying to wear this mask, and I put it on. So we kind of came up with a way to say, hey, how can we take this and make a shell? So we can create a couple different versions of shells that basically have a rubber seal that go around the face, and then that rubber seal is placed, we have your mask, whichever kind you're using, placed, and then there's another lock that locks it in place to then seal the two together, and then all the air goes through the melt blown material or the cloth or whatever you're doing, which keeps it much easier to breathe, a much safer seal, and overall very cost effective, because we can make this, and these are reusable, and then you could, these are 10, 20 cents, so you don't have to use an expensive mask. It's a very cost effective, and it's a kit that converts it. Currently, we're actually finalizing tests. The testing's being done, which will show the results that it does significantly improve the amount of particles that go through, because it's only focusing the particle through the melt blown. It's not coming through all the gaps around your nose and your cheeks and your face, like the standard masks have. So it's something that is, and we're going to have sizes from large to medium to children's sizes. So it'll be available globally to help not only with this pandemic and whatever is going to be happening in the future that we don't know, or new mutants or variations that are coming, but also for just someone that has to use it at a dentist's office, a doctor's office, a painter, or someone in an area when they have poor smog or a fire. So it's a new way to use it, and that's something that we're excited about being able to help with another consumer product for the masses.
Absolutely. No, this is a fantastic product, and I love the idea where you're taking a disposable mask and essentially making it, that as effective as a standard, and I wouldn't say N95, but a standard mask that would, provide a lot more of the seals and closed off breathing. So I really love the idea. So this is a separate division from the health and fitness, the way you envision, right? So tell me how you're sort of structuring these consumer products and how you're sort of splitting them up in your company.
Good question. So the way it's set up is that FUZELO is let's call it the parent company that covers all the health and wellness and products. This is another product underneath the FUZELO umbrella. It's technically in the MedTech division, so it's kind of medical technology, and so that's an option that we have that'll be part of it. And again, that's already one we're looking to. For some acquisition of something from some of the bigger companies like 3M or Johnson & Johnson or Pfizer or others that are able to take. And since we have many patents on that, it's something that's patented and ready to expand. And we're launching a Kickstarter video soon and going to get that out to people around the world and this year. So.
That's fantastic. So let's get back to the health and fitness side of the business and talk about some of the products that you're envisioning for that space. Can you describe maybe one or two sort of flagship type products that you might be starting out with?
Yeah, so there's two main products. The one that I've already mentioned that's already been out is our E-Dragon and E-Maverick. So we already have that. We've already sold out of the 10,000 test units that we went and did. So that's a fitness gaming unit. So that's one that will have exercise. It'll exercise your core, but it will allow you to basically take and do strengthening and fitness while you're playing a game. So we're basically, most people, again, if we look at what's happened during this pandemic, people are sitting, watching movies, playing games, and eating and drinking more. And what happens then? You gain weight and you lose muscle mass and you gain more visceral fat. So we're saying, hey, there's ways you can still play a game and or watch a movie or sit down and take a break from watching a movie or being on a Zoom meeting or just sitting at your desk all day. And all we're really asking for is 10 minutes a day, 3 days a week of strengthening and fitness. So you can walk and ride a bike, that's cardio. But for anti-aging or what's something called sarcopenia that will extend and improve your muscle mass and decrease your visceral fat as well as improve your immunity, this is something we're strengthening. It's something as simple as a resistance band. So all of our launch products are going to be combination of the fitness and strengthening, and that's the first one will have a gaming. We'll be able to play a game while you're working out, and then you'll be able to interact with that game with the controller. And then the second product that we'll have that we're launching soon is our Pilates Slim Board, which is basically something that's a combination of kind of yoga Pilates gliding motion, and then mimics the Pilates machine. That's a $3,000 machine or $100 an hour to go to Pilates class. But now you don't have to do that or take up that space. It's something that folds up. It's a small piece of plastic. It's a proprietary design that will have resistance for Pilates as well as the gliding motion, and it'll all be connected to your screen or your VR screen or a TV or laptop, so that way you can watch your guided instructor video during that process.
Fantastic. And you mentioned these two products. I think they're a great place to start. Are they already in the market? You said the initial orders were sold, but have you shipped the product, or are these pre-orders that are still on the books?
We've already shipped 10,000 units over the last couple of years of the E-Drive. We just are now adding the gaming controller to the workout. So we already have the app and that part done for that first product. And then that we're again adding the gaming interface and the app to go, a new version of the app to go with it. So that will be launching shortly as well, because we have the molds already made for the retail version and the esports version. So again, this will be a competitive esports version, a higher end, a one with more resistance, and then we'll have a lower end with less resistance for TV and retail. The other thing is, it's also geared towards female. We're going to have fun games and different activity where you can do fitness gaming, and also use it for interface in VR and AR, as well as on your TV or your laptop or your tablet.
Got it. So tell me a little bit about your go-to-market strategy, because it sounds like you're obviously going into retail, but you're also going into the esports specifically. How are you approaching these markets? How do you plan to sell the products into?
So we've had a good question. So since we've had many years experience in this and many successes, we're going to use a proven formula that we've put together to allow us to expand and get the product out there. So we're going to start with direct response TV, have commercial made, and then commercials will be made that will do direct response TV launch, and then that will then go to. From there, we then have a media efficiency ratio, and many of ours have been 1-to-1, 1-to-2. We've had some 1-to-7. So that way we have a good media efficiency ratio that will then allow us to go into retail and other, e-commerce and others as well. So we already have worked with many people in retail, so they're waiting, and we'll be doing things not only with direct response TV, but also QVC and other areas, so we can launch. We've again done successful launches already with those groups and have people waiting for fitness products, because right now there hasn't been an under $100 fitness product with a connected app that has been gone to retail. All the other high-end fitness things at the top of the pyramid, those companies like Peloton and Mirror and Tonal, they're $2,000 to $3,000 to $5,000 for that, with a very expensive membership. Ours will be 85 to 90% less than those high-end connected products, less than $100 to buy it, and less than $9.99 a month, to get access to that. So it's about 40 cents a day. I'm pretty sure a lot more people can afford 40 cents a day, have fun using the technology and getting strengthening than $3.35 for Peloton a day and or $5 a day for some of the other higher end stuff. So that's what we're doing, is helping out more people, and those are the average person are the people that need help the most. Just to clarify back to we're in this pandemic, 75% of the people that died during the pandemic had some kind of health issue, from obesity to heart disease or something else, and we're here to help with our solution, which will then get someone in better shape and get them build their immunity during that time.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. Another product that I remember seeing in your profile is essentially a travel adventure workouts, right? You're going into different places, different locations. Tell me about that product, because it sounds really interesting.
Great. No, so this is an exciting part. Again, this is a one-stop shop. So there'll be a super app that'll be one thing you'll connect to your phone and the internet or wherever you connect to your device, and you'll then have your fitness product, whichever one you're using, and then on there we're going to use the magic. Remember, I've been working with Hollywood and green screen and 360 video and other animation software like Unity and Unreal. So we're going to be bringing the magic of animation and virtual reality to the person for their workout. So each one of the workouts will be a guided adventure. So you have because some people, again, have never worked out, or they have to have something fun and exciting and or walk them through or handhold them through that workout process. We're going to have levels from beginner to intermediate and advanced, and the library, like a Netflix style library, will have the ability to say, hey, I'm going to Paris for my workout today. I'm a beginner and I'm going to be following the instructor. They're going to guide you through basically a minute of the gliding or the cardio part of it, and then a minute of the strengthening with our resistance band that will come with it. And that will go back and forth for about 10 minutes. A minute, I'll alternate on and off, but as you go through that adventure, you're going to be going down the street in Paris or on a safari trip, and you're going to see lions in 1 minute, and you're going to stop and do a workout and watch the elephants in the next one as you go further. So you're going to be able to be almost like excited about, you're going to be incentivized to go through the workout, because you're starting, and we're going to go, while you're moving, it's going to go down the path, down the beach, down through a forest, or through a safari, or through a museum, whatever this bucket list location is. And then you'll stop and work out in what I call the aha location. You're going to sit, I'm at the edge of the Grand Canyon to the workout. I'm right in front of the Eiffel Tower, and you'll be able to work out in front of the instructor while you're kind of checking it out. Again, it's not going to be boring. It's going to be visually stimulating. You won't even know you're working out, because you'll, in many cases, you'll be distracted by the visual, and then you'll be following the instructor with your reps, and then you'll be going. So that way at the end of it, say, wow, that was great. I just did a workout. I want to do this again. So the idea is that we want to keep them coming back. You did your 10-minute workout, On Tuesday, come Thursday or Friday, you want to do another 10-minute workout, your app will alert you, hey, you're going to go to Paris and do a workout in Paris on Thursday. What time works for you? 5 o'clock? Okay, and then you could set it up, and then boom, you're ready to go. So we're going to make it simple and easy and fun to get people to work out. And they could do it right from their desk, at work, at home, outside, in a nursing home, wherever they may be. It's portable and easy with from just their home. Right. Or wherever they may be.
And the first time we spoke about this product, you said that the office group can certainly visit different places together, from their own homes. I love that example. Please share that for the audience as well.
So in addition to going, to consumers and selling retail and online, we also, again, since the pandemic, there's millions and millions of people that are working from home, and even people that are working from home or go into job, they sit. Many people sit or are very sedentary at their job. So what we're saying is, hey, we can have a B2B solution where you come in and say, hey, we're gonna do a workout, whether you're a home office or having it in the conference room next to your lunchroom or wherever it is at work. You can then do the workout together as a team and almost do a team building and say, hey, on Friday after our sales meeting or our support meeting or whatever the meeting is, business meeting, we're going to do a workout and go to France, or we're going to go to Egypt, or and then it instead of having to have someone sign up a $30 to $100 a month membership like many companies have, and then they have to go to a gym and drive in their car, and half the time they don't even go. This will be actually done with the HR person can be involved, and the group can work as a team and have fun doing it. And then hey, they just did their 10-minute workout at the end of each meeting, and do it twice a week. And then maybe if they want to do one on their own over the weekend, they can. So it's, again, another way to get people up, doing something, exercising. And our app is going to record it, but it's also going to keep track of it. What is your height, your weight? What are some of the goals that you're looking to do? And it's going to be able to give you a report at the end of every week or month, depending which one you're doing, and it will give that information to you as well. So you want to see some good progress. You're lowering your blood pressure, you're losing weight, you're feeling better, et cetera, because those are goals that we want people to achieve. Hey, you did 5 workouts this month, that was great. Next month, try to do 10, or try to do 7, or whatever the number is. The goal is 2 to 3 workouts, 10 minutes. So that's a half an hour a week. That's not that much in a work week. So
right. No, this is a fantastic idea, and I love the idea of people in an office either working on this together, even if it's over Zoom, or even if it's working remotely. Now, in this particular format, you're talking about visiting the France or a safari or something like that. How are you capturing that video or that content? Because I'm guessing that you probably have to have a very large library of content for you to come out with a product like this.
Good question. So again, with the technology nowadays, and with what happened with people not traveling because of COVID, there's many places around the world that want people to see or come back to their locations or see them. In many parts of the world, people can't go. It's hard for people to get all the way to the Great Barrier Reef, at least from the U.S., because there's a lot of flights and connections compared to getting to other places. So with video and 360 video, we have content that already has been captured by people around the world at those places. It captures 360 video with multiple cameras or one camera, and then we could take that content, which can be captured very cost effectively in these different locations, and then we bring it into a green screen and work with our Hollywood, where we have Hollywood scripted scripts, as well as cinematic things we're going to be doing with software that we could basically, with one video captured, let's say on a safari in Africa, we can make 10 to 15 to 20 different videos from different levels, different products, just by redoing it. So we just capture it once with a 360 video in front of the green screen. We have this proprietary process that we could then look at instructing some of the beginner exercises, the exercise on product 1, product 2. When we launch more products, we'll be able to redo and have another video from the other product in front of that. And then we'll have different levels of exercise for beginner, intermediate, advanced. So the good news is we can do this cost effectively using the magic and secrets of Hollywood and software and green screen technology. Instead of having a big movie production like they did in the past, it costs millions of dollars, we can very cost effective. People want to give us their videos of their places to come visit these great resorts or great locations around the world, where they said, hey, we have content already. we can get that and use it to put into our exercise videos. So I think it's timing wise, it's a global effort to get people to have fun and work out more, but as well, be able to get and see different parts of the world that they can't because they're stuck at home and they're afraid to travel or can't travel anymore. So.
Got it. No, that's fantastic. So tell me where the company is today. You mentioned that you've already sold one product. Where are you on the app? Where are you on the products that are connected to that app? Give me sort of a status report.
Right, so I'll kind of break up a couple different things. The one I talked about earlier, the mask is already ready and that's ready to launch. And so we're doing that. It's already been, marketed and fit. So we're ready to do that now. And so that will be going. We've already developed most of the things as far as the other products. The app is halfway developed. We're just we have a placeholder to add more videos. So we already have some videos done. We're going to be adding more videos. And then the other thing that's on that app that is ready to go is that other products. So one of the benefits of our memberships, and one of the things we're trying to explain and teach to people, is that once you do a strengthening workout and kind of work out and do that resistance for your muscles, you want to make sure you eat healthy, but also you have some supplements, vitamins, and protein. So we're going to have half off or 30 to 40 to 50% off products like protein, collagen, diet pills, supplements, and other products like if you need a yoga mat or if you need a workout weights or more weights, we're going to be selling these kind of health and beauty products to our members. And those are going to be very cost effective, as I mentioned, discounted. So you can get a vat of protein at Costco. It may cost you $40, but on our website, through paying members only costs $22. So we're again helping out the average person to say, hey, you should be having more protein and having the proper vitamins and other things. But many of those things are way marked up if you get them out. And so we're not going to charge the heavy. We're going to charge them cost effective as well.
Just to make sure, you're just reselling those items. You're not actually getting into the production of those items.
Yeah, most of them, we have some proprietary blends we'll be able to sell, but many others we're going to be basically selling other people's products that we'll resell or get some and then sell them. So yeah, we have some proprietary blends of diet pills, a protein and a collagen mix that we'll be selling, and then there's other products. We'll have a lot more products that won't be ours, will be other people's that we'll bring on, and then we'll have our products as well. So the good news is that part, the app is being finished. The engineering has been done on the one is ready to go, and the other one is almost completed, so we can go to molds and get that launched for this late fall and the fitness, the beginning of the new year, which is when we see a lot of people starting fitness. But in this case, we don't want them to just start in January, February, March. We want them to start and make this a tradition or make it a part of their daily lives. So remember, we're talking about half an hour. That's all we're asking. And 3 5-minute or 10-minute workouts a week. That should be able to get someone to squeeze into the schedule. So. Got
it. So what I'm hearing is that the physical products, a lot of them are done. Others are, essentially you're working on the molds. But overall, with the app, with the products, you'll be ready to go by holiday season this year.
Holiday, and then going into shipping into January, February. So yes.
Perfect. So it seems like you're right at that inflection point to scale the business. What's the longer term vision? Let's talk about the next year, 2 years. Where do you hope to take the business?
So there's a lot of people to help, but like I said, there's millions, and then if you count the rest of the world, billions of people around the world that don't. So remember, 75% of people do not strength train. Okay, so that's a lot, many billions of people, and so they need some additional help. So our goal is to continue to expand. We've already sold into 54 countries over the last 20 years, so we already have a team ready to start selling our products around the world. But then our goal is to have other products coming. Every 3 months we're going to have another product, so they're going to connect together. So the one glide board will come, then there'll be another product that will come that will have a different strengthening in a different area, and then there's another one, we'll have another product, so that we have 5 under $100 products coming, and then we have higher end products that are coming as well. So later next year, we'll be having higher end products that'll be, something anywhere from $500 to $1,000. That will be bigger products and stuff that will offer some revolutionary new not only strengthening, but using visuals and AR and VR, as well as markerless motion capture technology. So those are all being worked on as well. So it's a roadmap. We're also looking to go public in 2.5 to 3 years. So there's a road, whether it's a SPAC or an IPO, that's definitely on our radar to look at, because again, as we gather and get millions of users, if we do 5 million users at $80 a piece and $10 a month, that's approximately $1 billion in sales. So that's a good goal. We want to get that and then expand and help more people. And then in our case, we want to be able to capture that data and then keep a log and say, hey, this is great data to help with the health. I remember I've been in healthcare and technology for over 20 years. I know that having metrics and data will allow us to say, hey, this is lowering your diabetes. You don't have diabetes anymore. Your blood pressure's gone up. You've lost 10, 20 pounds. These are all benefits that we want to see more and more people do, so that way there are less people that are dying of heart attacks, obesity, heart disease, cancer, et cetera, et cetera. All those things are related. And so a part of our goal is to help people around the world, to teach them about the basics of fitness and exercise and the benefits of what they can bring to them, because it builds your immunity. It helps you live longer, happier, healthier lives. And then we're also going to be bringing technology, a simple one-stop app, one-stop shop they'll have from their phone or the computer. Will make it easier for them, so they won't have excuses. Because most of the time people don't work out because it's too hot, it's too cold, I'm tired, it's too far to the gym, it's too expensive, I'm bored, whatever. They have more excuses. We're going to make it no excuse. It's inexpensive, it's fun, it's easy, and it's only 10 minutes, 3 days a week. Oh, well then let's just do it. And that's what it's going to be. So and then we're going to have ways, again, using social media and all the other content that we now can share that information. You could tell your friend and you'll tell your friend, and a lot of people want to add competition. So in the gaming and the fitness products, there'll be competition. And then you could, do incentivize. You may have your sorority sisters or fraternity brothers or senior citizens at a senior home. Well, let's get them up and out doing it, out doing something from there to help get them into better shape. So
that's fantastic. You have a sort of a really altruistic grand vision in mind to improve the health of people around the world. And it sounds like with the business, what you're saying is it's a sprint, 2-3 years. You're envisioning an IPO relatively quickly. As soon as you hit scale, as soon as you have a significant ARR, it looks like you'll be ready to go with an IPO. So that's a very ambitious goal, and really, like I said, I really believe in the mission to improve the health of people. So it sounds very interesting. Any parting thoughts?
Yeah, the only other part, or the other additional things I'll mention is that, again, what we're trying to do, we're going to have a lot of other platforms. I won't mention all, but the idea of the app is that we're going to be able to bring many other platforms to the table. And we're expanding. We're have a lot of other people that have done this already, or we're going to bring into it. So we're going to be a one conduit, one-stop shop, but we're going to be able to launch our proprietary products that are coming. And then if someone else has something that is a fit, because down the road, as we do the green screen, we're also going to do green screen and workout videos for someone on a bike, on a treadmill, on a lifter. If you already have it, you can then be a membership of ours and use the bike you have sitting, not collecting dust at home, or you may already have a treadmill or whatever other workout thing that now bringing the new exciting content. That's something we're going to use and do that. And like I mentioned earlier, we're also having something for kids, children, and education. So we want to have, many kids now are just sitting at their phone, not playing sports and not doing anything. So we want them to get them up and have fun. And then we can interact and use the 3D technology and some of the technology to make it a wow factor for the kids, because then they can go in and say, hey, I'm learning about history here. Now I'm going to go into the battlefield and work out while I'm at the battlefield of Gettysburg, or go to this, what could be a boring museum, but now I'm going to see the Mona Lisa, or I'm in the Louvre and I'm going through the Louvre, and instead of just looking at boring artwork, they're going to say, hey, there's Mona Lisa, here's this statue, and they're going to be working out while they're going through the museum and having fun doing it. So we're kind of changing it up to say, hey, let's give people an incentive to do it, whether you're a child or a senior citizen that now can't really get to these 10 places that were on my bucket list. Well, you're going to be able to go to them now. It'll feel like you're in your living room, because you don't have to get on the plane and take 20-hour flight and jet lag and travel. So, but you're going to get up and do some strengthening and working out that'll make you feel good and be excited about that. So we're kind of women are going to be our initial launch, but the nice thing initially is that we'll launch with all of them ready to go. So whether you're men, women, kids, teens, baby boomers of all ages, we'll be able to connect and use that connected, the app will be used for them, because we're going to have a library with the green screen technology to switch between different users, and then build that in a way that will be ready to go. We're going to be creating more and more videos and bringing on more platforms, but we're ready to go now with kind of the base, and then that's the nice thing about a product, because we will have continuity with products, so that way, how it is, if you have one thing, you kind of forget and get bored of it. Well, you'll use the product, and then you'll use another product that comes in, and we'll come back and say, okay, let's go back to that Pilates board and use that.
Right.
And then 2 weekouts. So each workout, because we'll have 2 or 3 products, you'll have a different device, different muscle group each week that you're going to use.
Right.
So that's again what kind of brings, and they'll all fold together into a little thing that fits under your bed or in the side of your room or your basement. So these are small, compact, devices, and we're also going to have a virtual reality headset that comes with it. So virtual reality is going to be another way you can look at it. You're going to put your phone in the VR headset, and you could, for all of them, you'll be able to do the VR, use it in the VR mode. In the future, we're going to be doing stuff with AR, as augmented reality advances, where it'll be within the AR glasses. So that will be in the future. But we're going to start with what we have today, and I'm excited about helping people with health and wellness and bringing fitness to the masses.
Fantastic, and really well said. Thank you so much for coming on today. And for any investors who might be watching, if you're looking to connect with Mike, you can check out his profile on Startup Steroid. His contact information should be in the description. But if you want me to make the introduction or get more information for you, I'd be happy to facilitate that conversation as well. So Mike, thank you again for coming on today. Hope to continue the conversation.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much. You have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right.